It's part of our comprehensive radio and internet employment campaign designed to get your job openings noticed. For details, just reach out to your account manager. Put the power of radio and the internet to work for you at IllinoisJobPost.com.
Hi, everyone. Nicole Patrick here, your local country financial representative at 1305 West Bresser in Taylorville. I'm proud to recognize the Tornado student athletes that represent our community by being the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. During Tornado Sports broadcasts this school year, WTIM announcers will select a player at the end of each game who will receive a certificate for being named our Player of the Game. Good luck to all the teams this season, and go Tornadoes!
WTIM. Good morning, Central Illinois, and welcome to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and we start things off this morning with Jodi Heberling, co-president of the Christian County Historical Society. Jodi, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me come out.
Yeah, it's good to have you on. And I think you were on last month as well, right around this time of the month. And I think it was right before actually that 4th of July special concert you had.
Yes, we had a nice attendance that night, and we had a good showing for the barbecue and stuff. So we made a little bit of money that night. So that's always helpful. And I can't believe it. We're coming up on the last summer concert we're going to have.
Yeah, last one. And I mean, it seems like it's just flown by because I feel like I remember, obviously last time we were, talking about the 4th of July special. Time before that, we were, just kind of building up to it. Now it's almost done. So that's really cool. And then one more show. So this coming Wednesday, I would imagine then?
Correct. The Muni Band will play one more Wednesday, next Wednesday night at 7:00. The Historical Society hosts them, but we usually provide for refreshments. I think we're planning on strawberry shortcake, and we always sell water. So they've done a little bit of this concert. Last night was the children's concert, and they did a little bit of fundraising themselves. They've got an education association that helps with school instruments and stuff. So they kind of focused on the fundraising last night. And I think everybody's happy, and it's been a beautiful summer. I think we started out with a couple that were rain problems, but we made them. Some ended up on Thursday night instead of Wednesday, but it all worked out.
It all worked out, and that's great. That's what you go for in the end. So the kids show last night. How young are we talking?
They kind of focus on kids. They had stuff for the kids to do to interact kind of with the music and the band. Okay. And I think they had gifts for the first 40 kids, and they just, a lot of times it's like Disney music and things like that. I was actually not able to be there last night because I was at the community day at the fair.
Okay.
So we have to divide and conquer sometimes. So I chose the fair.
Yeah, well, there you go. Jodi Heberling is one busy person indeed, and that's and I'm glad you mentioned that about how the show ran, because when you were talking about the kids show, I sort of envisioned that there would be younger performers, but then you work it that way, and that sounds really cool. And I feel like the interactive part of it would have been a big draw for the show.
I can say in the past they've always let the kids march and like play tambourines or sticks or kind of like the drum beats and stuff. And one of our directors, I think great grandkids or maybe just good friends, they're like 4 or 5 years old and they've been bugging her all summer. It's like, when do we get a march? When do we get a march?
Yeah.
So it is interacting and planting that seed in the kids that little. They just grow with it.
Yeah, they grow with it and have a lot of fun with it. So I think that's really cool. Again, the last show this coming Wednesday for you folks. Is there a particular theme with it?
I don't know. We try to post anything the Muni Band does, and they kind of do the same for us. So if you watch the web page, they have been putting out what the schedule and what music they're playing.
Okay. All right, so we'll look forward to that. Again, last show coming up this coming Wednesday. as part of the concert series happening at the Christian County Historical Society.
Don't forget your lawn chair.
Yes, get the lawn chair as well. Yeah, I need to get a lawn chair. So, because otherwise I'll be standing. So that's really cool with that going on. You mentioned you were at the fair last night. Any other involvement that you've got coming up at the fair?
Well, not so much from the historical point, but from my life point. With the egg appreciation dinner is today at lunchtime, at 11:30, I believe. I think there's some political people going to be recognized, and I believe there's a speaker. And it's always great to see so many old friends. So it's yesterday was senior citizens, and there was plenty of them out there. So it's nice that our fair brings people to town.
Now, was the Historical Society there, like in its capacity last night? Okay.
Yes, the Historical Society last night was community night.
Okay.
And so the exposition building was pretty full of exhibitors and vendors. And there was a nice flow of traffic. For so many years, that building had kind of been partially empty and everybody was avoiding going through it. And it's getting back to the point now that you're missing something if you don't go through it. I believe they have some other things special tonight planned with some line dancers and stuff. So they're really trying to bring the whole county fair back into it.
And is that the dancers? Is that the Western style show? Maybe.
I think it's tonight, and then I think there's line dancers, and I don't know what else they've got planned. But
yeah, I feel like I should remember from all the times we've had Angela Omarsters on the show.
Yeah.
I think she'll be disappointed if I've got that wrong. But no, that's great that you folks are at the Christian County Fair. As far as I can tell, it's been a great time so far, and I look forward to the rest of it too. Anything else you want to mention with regards to either the fair or the concerts before we look very far ahead?
Not that I'm thinking of. We've had a really good summer, and it was fun being out there and seeing a different crowd at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
And, we've been working with Muni Band all summer, and it's kind of the same audience. So it was a different audience, and I feel like I was able to enlighten some people that we are out here. We're kind of the best kept secret in town.
Yes. Yeah, no, I know you've used that before, and it's, certainly putting that out there for the community, which is fantastic. Like I teased, I want to go very far ahead because you folks are making some plans for the latter part of 2026. The way you phrased it earlier, a swag making class happening in November. Tell our listeners about it.
Well, everybody's advertising Christmas in July, so it just got us in the spirit. And we have reached out and secured Stacy Shanks to teach a swag class. So it'll be an evergreen swag. We'll be getting more information about signing up for it, but it'll be on Friday evening, November 20th. So we're getting a jump before Thanksgiving, and then you'll have your Christmas swag to hang on the door or wherever you'd like to use it. So it should all tie in together. So we will be limiting it to 15 spots. So you may want to kind of keep an eye out or go ahead and call and get your name on the list very shortly.
Awesome. But anything else you were going to say?
Okay. We're still ironing the plans out, but we got a date on the calendar and we are doing it.
Okay. Sounds great. So in terms of the swag, and maybe this is part of the plans that you're trying to figure out, are we talking like stockings, mistletoes, wreaths?
It'll be an evergreen swag. So it'll be like an arch of evergreen decorated along the lines of a wreath, but only kind of like a half a wreath.
Okay.
So it's a popular home decoration, and you can even use them to put on a cemetery marker, whatever you choose to do with it. And it's something you put your effort and time in. So it makes them a little specialer when you know you made it yourself.
Yeah. That is really cool. I guess half wreath is the best way I'm kind of able to picture it, just in terms of the arch. I mean, I've seen plenty of wreaths before. But I feel like the arch format could kind of work well in some situations where maybe the full thing would not. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it does help. Sometimes it's more presentable, but it's almost like a mustache. It kind of goes out two different ways, and so I'm sure there will be plenty of people ready to make their wreath and get started Christmas decorating, because Thanksgiving is the next week.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, really cool with the swag making class. Have you done this sort of thing before?
They've been available in the area. This is the first time we have scheduled one for out there. We have gotten some new board members, and we are having some different ideas, and we're trying to bring new audiences out and get them involved. So at this point, we will try anything. And we've decided the worst that'll happen is we'll say we'll never do that again.
Yep, that's right. You just take those lessons on with that swag making class. What was the date again?
November 20th at 6 p.m.
Okay, so November 20th at 6. Perfect. So that's what folks can get on the calendar. Anything else to mention about that before we go to break?
I don't believe so. So just call and get signed up, or send us a text, or whatever works.
Okay. All right. And you heard it there from Jodi Heberling, co-president of the Christian County Historical Society. And we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll talk about some other things going on in the latter part of the year. And it's coming up right here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Got driveway problems? Is grass creeping into your rocks and rocks ending up in your grass? Tired of fighting it year-round? Call Cousin Bill. We stop loose rocks for good, so your driveway stays neat, clean, and low maintenance. No more mess, no more hassle, just results that last. Call 217-788-7777 for your free estimate today, or visit
ilepaving.com.
Could you use some extra cash in your savings account? Then you need to sign up for People's Bank and Trust Save by Spending's Roundup program. I'm Julie Sanchez with People's Bank and Trust. Simply use your debit card like you always do, and we will round up your purchases to the next dollar. The extra change is then transferred to your savings account. There's never been an easier way to save. Call 888-PBT-1954 today to find out more. People's Bank and Trust, we put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Find out all the great things happening in the Pana area on the WTIM Pana Morning Show, Tuesdays from 8:40 till 10. You'll hear interviews with Pana area community, nonprofit, and business leaders each week. The WTIM Pana Morning Show is brought to you by these sponsors.
Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Bob Riding's Pana, and Okanee Chop Shop. Looking for the best deal on your next vehicle? Start at Landmark of Taylorville. Right now, get Employee Pricing Plus on select new Chevy, Buick, and GMC models. That's Employee Pricing Plus, all applicable rebates and incentives for even bigger savings. Shop the latest new models or hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Plus, every qualifying vehicle includes our lifetime powertrain warranty. Stop by Landmark of Taylorville today and see why you always do better at Landmark.
You always do better at Landmark.
Taylorville Care Center's personalized therapy program helps you get back to enjoying the sunshine. Whether it's backyard barbecues, grandkid games, or summer strolls, we'll get you moving again. You'll have a private room, great medical care, and the therapy you need to get home and back to doing what you love. Friends and family are always welcome to stop by and cheer you on if you've been in the hospital or just need a little boost. Taylorville Care Center is here to help. Call 824-9636. 824-9636. Taylorville Care Center, caring for our community for over 50 years.
As a proud sponsor of this year's Christian County Fair, Central Commodity FS is fueling the fun all week long. We're also honored to once again donate the fuel that helps keep the fair running and bring back a crowd favorite, the Tot Rod Pedal Pole. Hi, I'm Erica May with Central Commodity FS, inviting you to join us Saturday morning for the Tot Rod Pedal Pole. Registration begins at 9 a.m. in the Expo Building, and children ages 3 to 10 are welcome to participate. Medals will be awarded to the top 3 finishers in each class. Central Commodity FS looks forward to seeing you at this year's fair.
WTIM.
And we're back on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and I continue talking with Jodi Heberling, co-president of the Christian County Historical Society. A lot of exciting things going on in the latter part of July and the year. We talked about the swag making class, the Christmas swag making class happening on November 20th. Also around, or in that month, the Persimmon Party. Any new details to share about that?
It has been going on for a very long time. So we continue to host a Persimmon Party on the first Saturday in November. It will be from 10 to 3. We will be having a bake-off contest again with persimmon recipes. We usually have a barbecue luncheon. It's Gene Callen's family recipe. It's a hamburger barbecue that has a ton of different spices in it, and it's very tasty and is always a hit. And we are working on possibly adding to it this year with kind of a Scottish theme. So we've got our pavilion now, and we're wanting to add some vendors in and some more activities. In the past, we were so limited because of the weather. So we're excited to be expanding on it this year.
No, that sounds great with the expansion, the food, which is already making me crave it. So that's great with the Persimmon Party. November 7th, it looks like, is the first Saturday of the month. Okay,
and I believe it'll be 10 to 3.
Yep, 10 to 3. And I remember you folks talking about that last year and talking about like persimmon more specifically. So are you folks still going to have like all of that, like the persimmon itself, like right on the ground?
Yes, we have a grove of persimmon trees on our property, and we have some wonderful dedicated ladies who get together and pulp it, and we sell it by the cup. And anybody that's ever cupped it or had pulped it could appreciate just buying it. And we bake recipes with it, so you can taste persimmons. You either like it or you don't. It's similar to an apricot, but it has a flavor all its own.
Okay, I'd be interested to try it, and I mean, I can't promise I'll like it, but it'd be nice to at least try, because I certainly have some particular tastes in that respect. So yeah, exciting with the Persimmon Party coming up, and then I know there's one other event you want to talk about. Anything else about the Persimmon Party?
I think we're good with the Persimmon Party, but we're kind of excited. We're working on plans for in the fall to possibly have a square dance or something along that line. We're trying to put some feelers out and see if there would be interest. And again, we want to utilize our pavilion that we have now. And we're working on maybe planning a square dance, line dance, whatever, something along that line. And I think we're going to put some things on media, electronic media, be it Facebook, Instagram, and see if we have the interest to do it, because we're trying to get a new audience. Yeah. So that's our main focus.
Yeah, and we got about 2 minutes to go. I want to talk about that because I remember you had some new board members on. It sounds like a little bit younger in comparison with the rest. And so how's that gone so far in terms of kind of leveraging new technologies, kind of new approaches like that?
I think we're on most of the social media formats now, and we're getting new ideas and different perspectives, and I think it's going well. And one of the new board members is helping plan this square dance thing, and we're just still trying to put together what all it can curtail. Awesome. So we're excited, and it's a wonderful place that we need to figure out how to preserve.
Yep. Yeah, and coming up with those ideas, I feel like you folks will find something at some point, if not already. 1 minute to go. In terms of those online platforms, where can folks find you?
We're at Christian County Historical Society. Pretty much comes up. You just have to be careful and make sure. Sometimes you have to put Illinois in it, because there is Christian County, Kentucky, and probably a few other places also. Yep. But it usually pops up pretty quick.
Okay.
So that should be easy. We're out here across where 29 and 48 meet, just in front of the motel. And we're open Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, 10 till 3 till the first part of November. We are still working on possibly a Christmas, we call it Tidings of Comfort and Joy.
That's right.
The first part is Christmas. So we've got a lot of things coming up.
A lot of things coming up. Jodi Heberling, co-president of the Christian County Historical Society. Jodi, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you for listening here on the WTIM Morning Show. More coming up.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5 FM Shelby.